Ladies and gentlemen, we are 1 day away from the Modern Warfare 3 reveal event, the Shadow Siege event. I should have a video coming out later today going over all of the details in regards to that. But as far as what we know with that event, I very highly doubt this is going to have very much to do with multiplayer whatsoever. This is a reveal, and generally speaking, especially for Modern Warfare games, the reveal is specifically to do with the campaign, the story, and what is going to happen on that front. It is probably essentially going to be a story trailer that is coming out in the Modern Warfare 3 reveal, and that would kind of line up with the Shadow Siege event itself. Now, as far as multiplayer though, we have recently got some very, very big leaks, and they've actually been tweeted out by Charlie Intel, which leads me to believe that this is a very, very reputable leak that is going to be happening, and probably like 90% that this is the things that'll be in the game. And essentially, there are 4 gameplay details about multiplayer that are very much so going to change the way that it plays, especially compared to Modern Warfare 2 that came out this year. And these changes are big. We're going to go through them all. And let me just say it right now. It appears as though the multiplayer for Modern Warfare 3 is going to be very different than Modern Warfare 2. So let me start out with the biggest one. And this is revolving around the maps for Modern Warfare 3. According to these leaks, the maps that will be in Modern Warfare 3 are going to be all of the original maps from the original Modern Warfare 2, not this year's Modern Warfare 2, like the one from 2009. They're going to be remade, and that is going to be all of the 6v6 maps coming out in the game. Now, when I heard this, I was a little bit confused. I'm like, okay, are all of those coming and then we're getting new maps as well? But based off of everything that I've read from different news sources and articles talking about this, it appears as though all of the 6v6 maps coming out at launch are going to be the Modern Warfare 2 remakes, and there are going to be no originals, which is very, very weird to me. It doesn't help out the DLC thing that we talked about in our last video. However, they are remaking them. Now, the question that I have for this is, what about Ground War? Is Ground War going to be in the game? And if it is, obviously they can't use the maps from Modern Warfare 2. So are they going to extend those maps, or are those where we are going to receive original maps, or is it in the game whatsoever? Now, as far as the original Modern Warfare 2 maps, these are some of the best Call of Duty maps that have ever been put into Call of Duty. So I am excited about them being in the game, and all of them at that. But I have a feeling that if there are some players who had that nostalgia and go back and play all of these over again, it'll take a lot less time to get sick of the maps because they've already played them for years and years. So I think it's a good thing that they're doing this. I'm just wondering how frequently they're going to be putting out new maps, because based off of the current rumor, the game launches with all of the Modern Warfare 2 maps, and then after that is when we get new maps. Every single season is when they'd introduce new maps to the game. That being said, though, from what we are hearing, it doesn't look like the DLC maps from the original Modern Warfare 2 will be there at launch. So those could be added during the seasons as well, not to mention the original Modern Warfare 3 maps as well. So essentially, what to take away from this is all of the 6v6 maps coming at launch will be Modern Warfare 2 maps. From everything that I've heard and saw through leaks, it doesn't appear as though there will be any originals, or at least if there are, they haven't been leaked themselves. Now, speaking of maps, the other thing that is apparently returning based off of these leaks is that map voting is coming back. So if you haven't played Call of Duty for a long time, you may not know what map voting is. Essentially, before a game would start, you could take a choice between 2 maps or a random map, and that would be what you were playing when the game actually started and was put together. Why this was ever removed, I don't know. There are bad maps in every Call of Duty game, including the ones that we just talked about. And there are favorite maps in every game. So those maps are going to get voted on more because more people want to play them more frequently. Why they ever took this out, I don't know. But hey, apparently it's making a return. And speaking about something just like that, red dots. Based off of the leaks, red dots are coming back. So the way that red dots currently work within Call of Duty is that if you fire a weapon, no red dot shows up on the minimap, but it shows up on the compass. Now, what they are going to be doing is what they did with Call of Duty for like 10 plus years, where if you shoot your weapon that is not silenced, you show up as a red dot on the minimap for your enemies to see. They know where you are. It gives away your position. It speeds up play. Again, this is just simply another thing that I do not understand why they would remove or change from the game. But hey, it's making a return to its original form. That's a big thumbs up in my books. Why they ever changed it, I have no idea. Now we are getting into the more gameplay specific things, and the next biggest one aside from the maps, and honestly for some people this might be bigger, is apparently the amount of HP on a character is changing from 100 to 150. We've seen this before in Call of Duty games, and essentially what this does is make it so it takes 2 to 3 more bullets to generally kill someone, depending on the distance that you are, depending on what weapon you are using. So, in my opinion, this is a good thing. A little bit longer of a time to kill makes it so there is a bit more of a skill gap in the game. I like this a lot. Some people may not, but personally, for me, I like it. Now, if you don't, there is always hardcore. Well, it hasn't been leaked that hardcore is in the game yet, but I would just assume that it is. It hasn't been in every game at launch. We know who the culprit of that one is. We don't need to point any fingers, but I would assume that, especially if they're raising health, hardcore is going to be in there at launch. Now, my original thought when I heard that 150 HP was going to be the way, it didn't really mean anything, because if they raise the HP, they can also raise the amount of damage that weapons do. And if they do that, then it's not a longer time to kill. However, we know that the Modern Warfare 2 weapons are moving into Modern Warfare 3, and I'm guessing they're not going to change their stats, which means that this is simply a way to make time to kill longer. Now, the one other thing, the good thing about making time to kill longer is that there is more leeway to adjust the damage of weapons and them actually be different. And what I mean by that is damage changes are more effective when there is more health on a player. I know that's kind of confusing, but it just makes it easier to adjust weapons when there's a longer time to kill, which means more variations. When updates come out, there'll be more changes in meta. And again, that is a big thumbs up in my books. Now, the final leak that we have is in regards to movement. And what this is that movement is going to be slightly faster, because what they're doing is that your tac sprint is going to recharge while you are normal sprinting. What this does is make it so you can move around the map much faster. However, what I will say is that with the current rumor that slide canceling is going to be making a return, let's be clear, there has been no leak or confirmation in regards to slide canceling. The leak is specifically revolving around the tac sprint and normal sprint, speeding up movement speed. So everything that we talked about today, if you look at them, they're all things that people were asking for within Modern Warfare 2. Turns out, based off of these leaks, it appears as though they will be coming in Modern Warfare 3. The reason why they aren't in Modern Warfare 2, my guess would be, is that Infinity Ward, when they release a product, they are very hard-headed about when they put something out, they think it's what people want, and they're not going to change it no matter what people are saying. Sledgehammer, generally speaking, if you look back over their history, they really listen. When people say that they want perks to change, they want this to change, they want that to change, generally speaking, eventually it does. And that is what I think they have done here, is taken the feedback from Modern Warfare 2 and moved it forward into Modern Warfare 3. If these leaks are true, but Charlie Intel rarely gets things wrong. So these appear to be the changes. I'm very curious what you guys have to say, what you guys think about them. So let me know down in the comments what you're thinking about the multiplayer just from these details alone. As we get more information, I will keep you guys updated. If there is more to come out of tomorrow's reveal, I will keep you updated on that. So make sure you're subscribed, have notifications on. I hope you enjoyed the video. If you did, hit that like button. And as always, thank you so much for watching. And until next time, peace out.
We are reaching for the stars, but we're making